He blesses the boys as they stand in line. The smell of gun grease and their bayonets they shine. He's there to help them all that he can. To make them feel wanted, he's a good holy man. Soldiers tell them it's alright. He knows of their fear in the forthcoming fight. Soon there'll be blood and many will die. Mothers and fathers back home they will cry. With a smile, the order is given, they move down the line, but he's still behind and he'll meditate, but it won't stop the bleeding or ease the hate. As the young men move out into the battle zone, he feels good, with God you're never alone. He feels so tired and he lays on his bed. Hopes the man will find courage in the words that he said. Sky pilot, sky pilot, how high can you fly? You'll never reach the sky. You're soldiers of God, you must understand. The fate of your country is in your young hands. May God give you strength, do your job real well. If it all was worth it, only time it will tell. In the morning they return with tears in their eyes. The stench of death drifts up to the skies. A young soldier so ill looks at the sky pilot, remembers the words, thou shalt not kill. Sky pilot, sky pilot, how high can you fly? You'll never reach the sky. Sky pilot, sky pilot, how high can you fly? You'll never reach the sky. 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 Heaven's rain falls upon faces of the children who look skyward, twisting metal through the air, scars and screams so you might know it's fury. Seashells whistle, let your mind drift away. Seashells whistle, let yourself hide away. Men walking tall, looking so small, green trees of light disappearing, mouthing the sounds, face combing the frowns, like the lips of command. Turning the heart, you're playing a part. Courage it is so demanding. Loud brass and bands, marching through land, life that you hand is near. Heaven's army falls upon the skirts of Mother Earth and then fly skyward, twisting wings through the air, lift the soul so you might know his fury. Seashells whistle, let your mind drift away. Seashells whistle, let yourself hide away. Dressed in white silver rain, you married the pains, you knew that the church bright steel. A new morning arrives, share the same skies, embroidering a lamp full of peace.
As the memory fades on the edge of a blade, you return, you're sure that you will. From the frame in your head, a smile expands, came from a thread of glass tears.
Edward Smith, killed in action. Private Jonathan Leslie Smith, listed missing. Lance Corporal Nigel Smith, Private
sword. In 1939, once again, there came the sound of marching men occupying European land, all the way to North French sands. But in the final year of that war, two big bangs settled the score against Japan, who joined the fight. The rising sun didn't look so bright. Been stalemate. Everyone's scared to obliterate. So it seems the bees we can thank the bomb. So I say
WMLU 89.1 FM, New York University Radio. It is Memorial Day, and you probably want to know what you're just hearing. And in fact, a show dedicated tonight, appropriately, to the many, many people whose memory we celebrate today on Memorial Day, who gave their lives for their countries, whether it be the United States or the many countries around the world, fighting for freedom. Emerson, Lake and Palmer bringing you Lucky Man from their first self-titled LP on Cotillion Records. Prior to that, a couple from the Groundhogs. The title cut from Thank Christ for the Bomb, preceded by Soldier, featuring T.S. McPhee on the guitar. Butter Rebellion brought you Aftermath, 7-inch single of theirs. A couple from the Pretty Things SF Sorrow LP, Private Sorrow, Into Balloon Burning. Eric Burden and the Animals brought you Sky Pilot from The Twain Shall Meet. Barry Maguire, his classic Eve of Destruction. Nervous System preceding that with Make Love Not War. That coming to you from Psychedelic States, Illinois, Volume 1. The Freak Scene from Psychedelic Soul. When in the Course of Human Events. Preceded by the West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band from their LP Volume 2. Suppose They Gave a War and No One Comes. Jefferson Airplane bringing you Wooden Ships. The Merry-Go-Round with Gonna Fight the War. And kicking off the show and the set, Country Joe and the Fish, the original, the very first take of I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die, Rag. That coming from the Collector's Items, compiling his first 3 EPs.
WNYU-FM, New York.